nitrate. Sodium is not the polyatomic. Usually the negative ions are your polyatomic ones. So I'm just going to go through this in a organized way and just go through first and do the positive ones, so it'll be a little bit faster. Ammonium right here is our only positive polyatomic ion that we're going to be talking about, and it may actually be the only positive polyatomic ion that there is. Now here's something that I talked about in the notes. Copper 2, you got to pay attention to that Roman numeral. That means that's the charge on the copper. Okay. Now we've got to look at the negative ions. Okay. And the only one I don't want to mess up is acetate. So I'm going to make sure that I look that up because, of course, why would I have my ion chart here while I'm doing this? I don't, but I do have an answer key on my computer, so that's handy. Alright, compounds packet. Alright, cool, perfect. Alright, so our negative ions, so nitrate, I don't feel like making up Christmas colors. Let's do green and purple. NO3 minus, hydroxide, OH minus, sulfide, 2 minus, permanganate, MnO4 minus. So that whole thing, the Mn and the O4, that makes up the ion, and its overall charge is -1. Acetate is C2H2O minus. Alright, now let's name these guys. Alright, so you need your ion chart again. Alright, so BeCO3 is called beryllium carbonate. AlCN is called aluminum cyanide. CaPO4 is called calcium phosphate. And AlCl3, aluminum, let me spell this right, that's how they say it in Great Britain, aluminium, and then carbonate, and then we've got iron. It's a little, I'm going to add a little Roman numeral 2, nitrate. Alright. So, how do we do this? Well, same way we did the last one. So, with my positive ion, I'm going to write those in green. So, I have 1 Na, and I'm only going to need 1 NO3. So the whole thing, so the NO3, okay, that's my ion. The overall charge is -1. So I've got a +1 and a -1. I don't need to put parentheses around it because there's only one of each. So I just write it as NaNO3 because they cancel out. In this case, I will need to put parentheses. So I have Mg2+. And for my OH, I have OH -1, OH -1. So now I have 2 positives, and I have 2 negatives, But to write my formula correctly, I have to write Mg, and then since I have 2 of my polyatomic ions, I have to write OH2. Alright, I'm going to do one more, and then I'm going to move on to the transition metals, okay? So, NH4S, 2 minus. And then the answer keys will be provided for you, so you can check your answers later. Alright, so NH4S2 minus, and of course, if you have any questions, you're always welcome to come see me during seminar. Not today, but you can come see me next time. So I've got 1 NH4, it's positive, and then I have an S, which is negative, but 2 plus and a 2 minus and a plus 1, they don't balance out. So I need another NH4. So now I've got 2 positives, and I have 2 negatives. So now I have to put parentheses around the whole NH4 to show that I have 2 of them, and then 1 S. And then sometimes it works out where you only need 1 of each. You have a 2 plus and a 2 minus. And if you don't feel like drawing those, like because you can see that 2 plus and 2 minus cancel out, you can just say BeCO3. Boom. It's kind of fun when that works. Another time where that works is KMNO4. Let's see. It doesn't look like it works in the other times. Alright, and finally, transition metals. Alright, so the charge right here, so here's the charge. This tells you which ion it is. So transition metals, they are ions that can have, we'll just say with multiple charges, because they're in the middle of the periodic table. That's why they're called the transition metals. So the way that we write this formula is copper, we write Roman numeral 1 because it's copper 1 plus chloride. Okay, so since it's 1 plus and 1 minus, they already add up to plus 1, minus 1. We just write CuCl. So, this is iron. It's got a 2 plus, so it's iron 2 sulfide. So again, these two cancel out, so it's Fe2 plus, S2 minus. Got 2 positives, 2 minuses, so you just write FeS. Lead 4 oxide. So IV means 4, so that means you got Pb4 plus, and you've got O2 minus, so Pb4 plus, that was a really crazy one, O2 minus, so we got 4 and 2, so we need another O.